The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe. This is the United Podcast Network.
Welcome to the raw and uncensored Ambitchious Podcast. I'm your host, the original HBIC, Katie Boyd. During our time here together, I will be instilling all of the strength, power, and determination you will need to use the very stones thrown at you to build your ultimate empire. We will redefine the word bitch from the derogatory to the acronym being in total control of herself. So let's adjust our crowns and prepare to live life ambitiously. Oh yeah, here I am, the original HBIC, Katie motherfucking Boyd. And over here, as we coined him last podcast, Matthew Martini Babine.
Well, it's still the holiday time. I can be a martini.
No,
right
it's the new year.
Actually,
you're supposed to have given up alcohol, given up sex, given up tobacco. You're supposed to give it all up and just become a fucking nun.
Just fucking throw me in the box now.
Seriously. I'm like, no more chicken parm.
Oh, Jesus.
You're going to go on a straight diet of colonics and wheatgrass and nipple tweaking. That's what 2020 is all about.
Oh, that's a beautiful 2020. Wake me up when it's over. Wake me up when it's over.
Oh, my God. Happy New Year, everyone. Today is all about having an ambitious new year.
With chicken palm.
Oh, fuck off, Matt. 2020 is... Matthew.
Okay, well, I'm a little hungry. Go ahead.
Talk over me one more time and I will gut you like a fucking fish. Okay? Know your role here on the Ambitchious Podcast.
Stop.
Because my theme of the year is fucking Matt's day up on a daily basis. But today's theme is actually all about choosing a theme for your new year instead of a stanky old New Year's resolution. Because New Year's resolutions were so last decade.
Yes, and they don't last.
Weren't they?
Notice, yeah. Oh. They last until, January 5th.
For most people.
Right? Yeah.
But for not my ambitches, because when they put their mind to something, they actually do shit.
And it's a theme.
Yeah, it's a theme. It's not a freaking... It's not a goddamn, you know what, resolution.
Resolution, yeah.
Ay, caramba. But before we start, I want to just remind you all to go over to www.kbmfc.com and check out all the things that we have coming down the pretty pink pipeline for 2020. And you can also sign up to get all of the information about the Ambitchious book drop pre-sale. It is going to be fantabulous. Are you excited for this?
Oh my God, I can't wait.
I am so fucking ready.
And it's so awesome. I think everyone's going to just love it.
Matt,
I know everyone's going to love it.
Matt had to get hooked on phonics to read my book.
Yeah, I just read one chapter at a time. Yeah, one chapter at a time.
One chapter at a time with his finger.
And I was like, very, very, very methodical. Well, so I'm very methodical.
What about people who can't read like Matt?
Well, we have Audible.
Yeah,
is that going to be coming out?
Hell yeah. Well, you're going to help me with that.
Yeah.
It's going to be the Ed and Katie show.
We're going to make it.
It's going to be awesome.
What did he say? We're digging there. He can't read like Matt?
Yeah. Yes, well, I just said it, so he's just following what I say.
I'm a methodical reader. I just make sure I understand everything. I'm keeping up.
I see him reading. He's got his little finger like...
I'm off the sauce now, so I'm a little slow. I'm going to get back on the sauce, and I'll maybe pick it up.
Matt's dry, and he's wringing out, so he's having his eyes are playing tricks on him. Because I said no booze, no chicken pam. Yep, just a good spanking in the ass and a nipple tweak.
All right, I can take that.
Some wheatgrass and some supplements.
Give me something.
Some Epsom salts baths, a sweat lodge,
Jeez.
A 40-day fast like Jesus in the desert. The devil will be talking to you then, let me tell you.
Whether he's there or not, he'll be there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so excited because I think that today is going to be so amazing for people to listen to, because I think that people think like I have to just like choose all these crazy resolutions, and it's like the resolutions aren't fucking helping you. Like, do things that you've never done before to have things that you've never had before. And if every year you say to yourself, I'm going to lose 40 pounds, I'm going to stop smoking crack, I'm going to stop fucking strangers, whatever the hell your New Year's resolutions are. That's my resolution. I'm just going to stop fucking strangers.
Me too. I stopped.
Thank God, Matt.
Today I'm stopped.
I was very itchy for some time now.
And I'm off the crack.
Yeah.
Nice stuff
I
to
mean,
crack.
crack is whack. Crack is cheap. I do cocaine.
Yes.
As Whitney Houston would
As Whitney
say.
Houston.
God.
God rest her soul.
But
poor
I
Whitney.
know, rest in peace, Whitney. But this is all about choosing a theme. So, recently I was listening to a podcast, and I don't think that you listened to this, but I think you watched a show that had this on, and it was Melinda Gates, wife of Bill Gates.
Okay.
And she was being interviewed by Oprah about her work on sexual education and aid with women in South Africa. Do you remember this?
I don't remember this one. No, I didn't
So she's
see
a huge over there in South Africa, helping women get, sexual education
Yes.
and also, condoms and birth control and stuff like that. Because people are like, okay, we have to eradicate malaria in children, which 100% absolutely. That shouldn't even be a thing in our day and age. But they forget about condoms and sexual education and birth control. That's what they need the most, and they don't have this, right?
Correct.
So what she was saying was so amazing to me, and it really truly made my heart sing. But the one thing that stood out the most out of everything was she said that every year she chooses a theme for her year instead of a resolution. It's so simple and it's so effective. And I actually have been thinking a lot about my theme in the last couple months because I heard this a while ago. So I've been already conjuring up my theme. And my theme for 2020 is the year of the follow through. So it's not about losing weight. It's not about stop smoking crack or, get off the sauce or whatever. It's all about following through. So if I say I'm going to do something, no matter what it takes, I'm going to follow through. Mm-hmm. So if that means I say, I am going to become the healthiest version of myself this year, I'm going to make that happen. If I say I'm going to make this much amount of money this year, I'm going to make that happen. So instead of saying I'm going to make $1 million this year and I'm going to lose 30 pounds and I'm going to, mundane. It's just freaking mundane. So instead, switching it to a theme. So my theme is the year of the follow through. Did you choose a theme yet?
I did. And it's really just making sure that my thoughts are aligned with action.
So your theme is
just really, really think about what you're doing and take time to think. And if you make a mistake on something, most of the times these resolutions and things like that, I already ate the pie. It's over.
Fuck it.
Right? It's not. It's
back to the drawing board.
It's a year theme.
Yes.
I ate the pie, but you know something? I'm going to work out on Monday and Tuesday next week or whatever. And so I think it's almost, it gives you more follow through, a theme than a resolution, because I think it sets a purpose in mind opposed to a thing. Yeah. Right? Don't you think so?
Absolutely.
So that's what I got out of it.
So if you could tie your theme up into a pretty nice little neat bow, what would it be? The theme of 2020 from Matt Babine.
Yeah, to make my thoughts really align with action. So if I want to become something or I want to create.
Just tie it up in a bow. I want to hear a theme.
Tying it in a bow.
No, I want to know a theme.
My theme is to be the best possible Matt Babine I can be.
Oh, for Christ's
physically,
almighty.
Emotionally, spiritually, energetically, and get off the crack.
Oh my God. I'm so horny. Not. My God. No, I get what you're saying. I liked the ideas aligning though with your actions. So it could be the theme of 2020 from Matt is thoughts align with action.
Correct.
Why couldn't you have just said that?
That's what I said. I don't know if you listened.
I didn't hear that. No one else fucking heard that.
That's what Ed Sullivan heard.
No,
Mr. Ed Sullivan.
Don't. You know whose side you're on, buddy.
I heard it when Katie said.
God, I'm screwed.
The Queen of Sheba has spoken again.
Matt, I think you had all the right intent.
Yes.
But Katie stated it concisely.
Right.
Yeah, well, as she does.
I mean, it's a talent.
It's a talent, right? It's a talent. All right.
Tie it up in a bow, brother.
I just did. You did it with me. I'm going to tie you in a bow.
So I'm going to give you the benefits today about choosing your theme over choosing a resolution. So let's get rid of the resolutions. The resolutions were so 2019, and let's step into 2020 with a 2020 clear-cut vision of what our themes are as ambitious.
I love that 2020 clear-cut vision.
Isn't that good?
2020
I am a fucking
vision.
genius. What can I say? What can I say? So number one, when you choose a theme over a resolution, it takes the pressure off. And we all know my friend over here, Martini Babine, hates pressure.
I am really good at pressure. I am the pressure cooker. I will be putting the pressure cooker on you.
Okay. Choosing an overarching theme allows it to take shape in multi-facets of our life. So instead of saying, I'm going to lose 50 pounds this year, your theme could be experience unprecedented health. Doesn't that sound so much better and more beautiful and just like more high vibrational than being like, I gotta lose 50 pounds and get this fucking baby weight off.
Yeah. Lose 50 pounds, take off a leg.
Right. Like, fuck. No,
I lost 50 pounds. No, that's not, you're
but
right.
Saying
a theme is so much better.
My 2020 theme is to experience unprecedented health. Like, that is like so amazing.
Because that's what the outcome is. That's what you're losing the weight for, I hope, is to be able to be unbelievably healthy.
Yes.
Right? If that's one of your goals.
Right. And weight, unfortunately, is tied to health in so many ways. So if you want to experience optimal health, being at your healthiest weight probably goes along with that.
Absolutely.
I mean, who am I?
Yeah.
I just haven't been a nutritionist and trainer over the last 2 decades.
Right.
I don't really know much.
Not really.
But doesn't this make sense though?
Yeah.
It like changes
totally
the energy of what you're doing.
Yep.
Number 2, it leaves room for flow. So as I just stated, I've been in the health and wellness industry for over 20 years and I've seen thousands of people. This makes me so freaking pissed. They make these insanely rigid resolutions only to crack, break, and fall apart. And of course, we wind right back up where we started, right?
Because it's unattainable. It's like, I'm going to do 2 hours every morning of cardio. No matter what.
No.
Snowstorms happen. And then when you can't do it one day, guess what happens?
Then you feel like a fucking loser.
You throw it out the window and then you're back in the chicken palm.
Yes.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh my. Matt's balls deep in chicken parm. Don't ever share your chicken parm with Matt. There'll be stuff in it that you don't want to eat.
But you know what I'm saying? There's no room for mid-course correction.
Yes.
It's too strict and it's not livable, right?
Yes.
So you have to make it so you're able to, if I say I'm going to be a vegetarian, that's how I'm going to lose my weight. But then all of a sudden you start getting sick because you're not getting enough protein or whatever.
Yeah.
You have to be able to say, oh, this isn't working, and then change your approach, right?
Totally.
So don't be so strict in it. The theme needs to flow.
I think also what happens too with these New Year's resolutions is we're a lot of us are self-sabotagers, self-saboteurs.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And what happens is we just become these self-fulfilling prophecies because we make everything too hard instead of just being like, you know what? I'm just going to follow the breadcrumbs and I'm going to trust that the universe has my back and the right people will come and the right experiences will come and the right knowledge will come so that I can live in whatever theme that I choose. For some, it might be unprecedented health.
Yes.
For me, it's a year of follow through. For Matt, it's aligning his thoughts with his actions.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And for some of you out there, it could be something so totally different than what I just mentioned, but leaving that room for flow. It's like beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then spirit can work for you.
Yep.
The divine can step in and work for you.
Absolutely. And kind of align yourself with people that want to move in the same direction as you,
yes.
right? Which is so important with your groups. Either it's a mastermind group or the fasting group that you're working with this year. I think that's huge too.
No, totally. Yeah. I mean, I
involved.
didn't put peer groups on here, but peer groups when you're trying to achieve this stuff is humongous.
Huge. Because if you're hanging around with somebody that eats chicken palm 3 times or 4 times a week,
oh my God,
right? Chances are.
Can I also just let everybody know that on you prick. We're doing a 48-hour fast right now because it's part of our fasting protocol with our Ambitchious 28 protocol with all my girls from all over the world.
So I'm a little one-minded right now.
Can you just tell that Matt's hungry? Just take a sip of water.
All right.
You fuck.
No, Matt, you don't like veal parm, or are you trying to eat healthier with the chicken parm?
I just like the chicken because it looks a little bit bigger. So, but there are some nice veal parms out there too. I mean, I've had a good one.
You guys are the worst. You guys are literally the freaking worst.
I'll just drink my water and shut up.
Oh my God. Too many penises at the party can spoil a friggin' party. If you know what I mean. Oh, Lord. Speaking of penises.
You'll keep us in line, don't worry.
Obviously, that's what I'm here for. Number 3, when you choose a theme over resolution, it invites in the divine energy of creation. Sorry, I was swallowing my tongue there for a second because I'm a little parched myself watching you drink that water.
Want some of my water?
No, right. I don't want cooties. It invites in the divine energy of creation and curation. Open-ended ideas take longer to develop, which in many ways will give you breathing room for spirit to show up and give you a helping hand. So let's say, for example, your theme for 2020 is surrender. That means that sometimes you will allow yourself room to mid-course correct without judging it or beating yourself up for it. When you do this, you're telling the expansive and all-knowing universe that you trust it. And when you live in that energy, the universe co-conspires in your greatness.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
You have nothing to say about that? Or is has your mind just shit the bed because you have no nutrients?
No, and I was actually thinking about that. That's what I mentioned. You said mid-course is correct. You also mentioned that, let it go. Really let it go. Put it out there. You have to be around the right people. Do the work. You definitely have to do the work and have the intention to do certain things. But you kind of can't micromanage it. Right?
You're just saying that to me because I like to micromanage you, and I can see what you're trying to do to me.
Micromanage it. And also, you can't mail the letter over and over again, right? So if I worked out today and I did, I ate right, you don't beat yourself up about it. Well, oh God, I don't know if I did enough today, or today's work you do today, tomorrow's work you do tomorrow.
Matt should actually do the opposite and beat himself up a little more.
No,
yes,
no, because I'm happy. I'm a happy person, and I'm not going to be beating myself over anything.
Do you ever see one of those Weddell seals that just lay on the ice, and then they just roll over, and they're like, yeah, yeah.
Well, that's my Sunday afternoon.
Oh my God! Every day is Sunday. Your Sunday is every freaking day.
It's my favorite day of the week.
No, seriously,
my favorite day of the week.
Matt's just like, I'll get to it. I'll get to it later. I'll get to it later. Meanwhile, your ice hole's closing up, and you're never going to be able to eat again.
Yes.
Haven't you watched these shows on Netflix about the animals?
I've never had that fucking problem, so I'm not going to go there. I may be a Weddell seal, but I am not that bad. I'll make sure I get something to eat.
You better sharpen those tusks of yours and get to that hole, Matt. Get to that hole. Jesus. So now that we've put that out there to the universe, I want to actually give you a couple ways to actually choose your theme. Because I'm so nice, I'm such a great bitch that I just want to give you so much value. I want to give you so much service. Unlike some people I know over here who just show up week after week.
I give service every single day, 150%.
I feel like the theme of my 2020 is less Matt, more work.
Then what would we do?
Oh, I would get so much done.
Okay, go ahead and
every time I see...
I'm working on my own
Listen,
theme.
I get up... I digress.
In my theme. Come talk to me about my theme anytime you want.
Themes like more cabs.
Yes, more cabs. Some food.
Oh my God. You're really you're like Sodom and Gomorrah over here.
I am not. I am.
You know what happened to them?
Yeah, it was never good.
Mm-hmm. All right.
It didn't work out well.
How to choose your theme in 2020. So number one, I want you guys to write a list of things that you would like to see happen in the new year. So would you like to travel? Would you like to leave your dumpster fire of a fucking job? Would you like to find your significant other or your soulmate? Start a business, create a nonprofit. Just free write all the things that you desire to create and curate in your 2020. And don't judge what you put on that paper. Let go and let goddess, as I say, right? Just let it work through you.
Yeah.
Because what happens is we start to free write and then we're like, that's stupid. That's weird. That's crazy. That can never happen. No, just let it flow. Let it flow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love free writing. I mean, we do it a lot over the anytime we get a break, we always
I don't know why that's just so funny to me. I love free writing.
I do.
It's better than paid writing.
I love I don't get paid for writing yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So when you did this, did you free write?
Absolutely.
You're such a liar.
So many things came up. No, I just write things down. My wish list, what I want to accomplish, how I want to get there. And sometimes it's amazing because I may get to the goal that I've set, but it may come from a different way, a different angle.
100%.
But then I'm look back at my notes and I'm like, oh shit, I wrote that down. I just didn't know that that's how I was going to get where I wanted to go.
That's right.
Right?
No, it doesn't always happen the way you think it's going to happen.
Right.
That's usually not how it works at all, right? Number 2, sit quietly in meditation. Make time to sit quietly and visualize what these things would look like, feel like, and be like if they were already true. Remember, your mind does not know the difference between reality and just hardcore visualization. What did you see? What did you experience? Then from that visualization, start to think of a word or a string of words to create your 2020 theme.
That's great.
Right?
Yeah, that's great. Well, how many times really good friends of ours or people that we know, we talk to, and it's surprising sometimes that they don't take time to just think things through and take time to be able to just say, hey, where am I going? What am I doing? They're just always in stimulus response, whether it's a device or it's a kid pulling at them or their business pulling at them, and never being say, you know something, for the next hour, I'm just going to think about whatever problem I'm dealing with, wherever I want to make the needle move.
Yes.
And take that time, right? And it's going to set up the rest of the year, the week, the month, whatever you want to do, but you got to take that time. And I like to meditate, but I also like to do the free writing too. And just, my legal pad, I always have it. And I put the problem, whatever it is, or whatever I'm grappling with, and just start thinking about solutions and just writing them down and getting them out. And I'll tell you something, by the time I'm done that exercise, you put it on the paper, so now it's out of you, right? And now it's like you can start to put the puzzle together.
Totally.
And kind of say, hey, I know what to do. I need to just look at this at a different angle, right?
Yeah. I know so many people that, I'm not friends with them because I don't choose to have friends in my life like this that don't think deeply about these types of things. But I'll talk to people all the time and they'll just be like, well, like, you sit and like think every day? I'm like, what the fuck else is there to do?
Right.
Because you're just smashing your head against a brick wall and you're like, why does my head hurt? It's like, dude, because you're not taking the time to sit and strategically plan out how you desire to really live.
And you have the answer. And guess what? If you're thinking, you'll probably think, oh, well, Joe, I know Joe, he's gone through the same thing, whatever the case may be. You may know people that can give you hints and clues and advice, right?
Absolutely. And number 3, speak life into that theme. So don't focus on what you don't want. This is huge, guys. This is huge. So listen to me. If you are like multitasking, you're flogging your log, come back to me because this is super important. You haven't heard that one?
I'm flogging my log.
That's how Matt gets his cardio in the morning. He flogs his log for 2 hours. As you notice, his right arm is very large and his left arm is a little puny. So don't focus on what you don't want. Focus on what is going to make your heart sing. So if you say, I'm really closed off and I'm not very social, say, I desire to be more open and social. If I do that, I will have more quality relationships and joy. And then from that, your 2020 theme could be the year of embracing true or real connection, right?
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because so many people are like, I'm so lonely. I have no friends. I have no peer groups. And I'll say to people like, well, what do you do during the week? Well, I wash my cat in the sink for about 3 hours. And then I watch all the Great British Baking from the start to the finish. And then I brush my hair 1,000 times. I'm like, well, do you ever go out? Do you like do meetups? Like, do you try to do social thing? No, I'm not. I'm like an introvert. I'm a fucking introvert.
Yeah.
You would never know.
Right.
But
I am
truthfully,
too.
We're both introverts. And that's why like we go out and we spread our plumes and then we have to go back in and hibernate for a while. But
I love being at home. Being just by myself.
Flogging your log.
That too, if necessary.
But it's so true
helps.
though. Don't you think that so many people say these things and they end up self-fulfilling prophecies because they're like, well, I'm just shy. I'm like, be a fucking break.
Yeah. You're shy because you want to be shy.
You're choosing it.
You're choosing it, yes.
Yeah, right?
Yes, absolutely.
God, you're a sexual deviant. I just keep
What
looking.
did I do?
I don't know.
You're thinking about me flogging my log?
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Like I'm trying to have a real conversation with you, but I just keep seeing you.
I'm just here, see?
God,
I'm just here.
Help me.
I don't do anything.
So my theme is the year of follow-through. Your theme is more masturbation.
No. You can't get that out of your head. No, mine is, as I told you, thinking and then doing the actions. That whatever it takes.
No, see, he already fucking lost
whatever
it.
it takes.
Do you see what I deal with people?
Listen to me. It's right here on my...
My theme of 2020 is run away from Matt Babine. Your theme is to have your thoughts align with your actions.
That's exactly what I wrote here.
Bullshit. I swear to God, it's a stick picture.
Sure
it's a stick picture.
Thoughts and actions align with what I am creating.
But it's too long. It needs to be short.
No, that's how I write it.
It needs to be short like your attention span.
That's how I write it. We'll see how our themes end up.
Oh,
shake.
Everyone, I'm not shaking your hand. That thing's dirty and it's greasy.
My left hand is
No. That's used for a plethora of other things that I don't want to talk about here on the Ambitchious podcast, okay?
Oh, God.
So you guys, I hope I'm going to fucking stab you.
My theme is to ask for help. Lord, please.
Give me the strength. Give me the strength. All right. So I hope that I inspired all of you out there in Ambitchious Land to cut the crap with trying to be all resolute and choosing a theme. Happy New Year from us two crazy bitches.
And make it as long as you want.
And like I always like to say, see you next Tuesday.
Good job.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Cafe, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.